You are with Talks on the Way of Wisdom, the forum that discusses star battles in human consciousness. From the depths of ancient wisdom comes the reminder that the mind is the most powerful tool at one's disposal. Whether that tool is used for creation or destruction depends entirely on its direction. Buddhist traditions teach that there is no external enemy that can harm us as much as our misdirected thoughts. At the same time, neither can the support of the people closest to us, parents, relatives, or friends, bring us as much good as a well-directed mind. This article focuses on the role of thought as a driving force in our lives. How can we manage it so that it benefits us instead of causing chaos? What is the relationship between inner awareness and achieving lasting happiness? We'll look at the importance of mental discipline in three main aspects. First, how misdirecting the mind can do us harm. Second, how mindfulness and attention to the present moment lead to joy and harmony. And third, how overcoming frivolity can open the path to inner peace and enlightenment. This theme is not only spiritual, it is universal and relevant. In times of information chaos and constant distraction, understanding our own thought nature is the key to dealing with the challenges of the modern world. In this article, we will attempt not only to explain the principles of this ancient wisdom, but also to inspire its application in everyday life. Take time to think, how do you use the power of your mind? And if you could channel it into creation, what kind of life would you build for yourself? Targeting the mind, the enemy within us. Ancient teachings often remind us that the greatest battles are fought not outside of us, but within the confines of our consciousness. The mind is an extraordinary tool, but when left without direction or filled with negative thoughts, it can become our most powerful enemy. Misdirected thoughts create anxiety, inner conflict, and even suffering that no external factor could cause us. Let us think about it. How often do we let doubts, fears, and dark scenarios determine our decisions? It is possible for these thoughts to sabotage even our greatest aspirations and dreams. The Buddhist tradition warns us of the power of the mind to create illusions if left unchecked. Left unchecked, it becomes something of a vortex that destroys everything in its path: emotional health, relationships, and inner peace. But how do we deal with this enemy within? The answer lies in awareness. Recognizing negative thought patterns is the first step to transformation. This means not fighting the mind, but embracing it as a tool that can be directed toward constructive ends. Only by consciously working on us can we turn the destructive power of thoughts into positive energy that leads us to development and prosperity. The mind is the most powerful ally we have, but only when we manage it wisely. Understanding that the enemy within us is also a source of tremendous potential is the first step to building a life of harmony and meaning. Awareness, the key to inner harmony. Awareness is a state of mind in which we focus completely on the present moment, putting aside all worries and regrets about the past or fears about the future. In this simple but profound principle lies the key to true inner harmony. Buddhist traditions often remind us that only when we are mindful can we understand the true nature of the world and of ourselves. In our daily lives, we are often overwhelmed by information, responsibilities, and expectations. These external factors cause distraction, stress, and emotional exhaustion. But when we bring our mind to the present, we begin to see the world more clearly and find joy in the smallest moments. In the warmth of the sun, the smile of a friend, or the quiet of a peaceful moment. Awareness allows us to appreciate life in all its manifestations. Practicing mindfulness is not a complicated process, but it does require persistence and discipline. It may mean simply focusing on our breathing or paying attention to sensations in the body. Over time, this practice leads us to a sense of stability that does not depend on external circumstances. It helps us cope with stress, build stronger connections with others, and find harmony within ourselves. When we are mindful, we not only live more fully, but we also become a better version of ourselves. Our mind is no longer driven by chaotic thoughts and emotions, but becomes clear and steady. Awareness is like a light that illuminates our path, guiding us toward harmony and balance in every area of life. Overcoming frivolity, the path to enlightenment. Frivolity is a hindrance that often goes unnoticed, yet has a profound impact on our spiritual and personal progress. It manifests itself in distraction, a lack of attention to important things, and a tendency towards superficial solutions. The ancient teachings stress that only when we overcome this tendency towards frivolity can we embark on the path of true spiritual growth. In everyday life, frivolity manifests as constant jumping from one task to another without real focus or depth. This behavior not only prevents us from achieving our goals, but also robs us of the opportunity to understand the deeper meaning of our actions and thoughts. Without clarity and stability of intention, our lives become a series of disconnected events that bring no satisfaction. Overcoming frivolity begins with the realization that this mindset undermines our ability to live fully. It takes discipline to learn to focus on the present moment and make decisions with a long-term vision. Small but consistent efforts, such as building the habit of meditating or reflecting on our actions, can make an enormous difference. When we overcome frivolity, we free ourselves from the shackles of chaotic thoughts and begin to live with purpose and awareness. This not only opens the path to inner peace, but also brings us closer to enlightenment, the state in which we achieve a deep understanding of ourselves and the world. Frivolity is an obstacle, but overcoming it is the key to a life filled with harmony and meaning. Let's summarize. The power of the mind is immeasurable. It can lead us to the pinnacle of prosperity or to the depths of suffering. In this article, we have looked at how properly directing our thoughts and overcoming destructive mental habits can bring about profound change in our lives. The lesson of ancient wisdom is clear. Our mind is both our most powerful weapon and our greatest challenge. First, we realized how much damage a misdirected mind can do to us. It is the source of doubts, fears, and inner conflicts that can overwhelm any external obstacles. Only through awareness of these patterns can we take control of our thoughts and use them constructively. Second, we were introduced to the concept of mindfulness, a key element in achieving inner harmony. Being present in the present moment not only frees us from worry and stress, but also helps us appreciate life in all its manifestations. Mindfulness is a path to balance, stability, and true happiness. Third, we looked at how frivolity and distraction can hinder our spiritual progress. They rob us of the ability to focus on important goals and live fully. But with discipline and attention, we can overcome these obstacles by turning chaos into clarity and purpose. This article is intended not only to inspire reflection, but also to spur action. Think about it. How do you use the power of your mind? Are you turning it into a tool for creation, or are you letting it sabotage your dreams? The path to inner peace, harmony, and even enlightenment lies ahead. It starts with the small, conscious changes we make every day. It is up to us to turn our minds toward the light and build a life filled with meaning and joy. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe and like our channel.